we're gonna do a poll. Wow. Let's see. The question I want to ask is, sequels surpass? That's what I want to know. All right, can sequels surpass the original? Yes or no? I want to see how what the feel is there on sequels. We're gonna go through some sequels that I think surpass their original. All right, we're gonna look them up as we go through them and talk a little bit about them as long as I want to about them. And there is a list. All right, I came up with some random ones right in my head. So can sequels surpass the original? Real viewer, thanks you for joining them. If you come in and out, if you ever see this, please donate to my Cash App Rings True with the Z. The link is on my channel page. I haven't demonetized from YouTube for a long time. All right, let's start this off. So the first sequel is going to be, we're going to look up that surpasses its original. So I'm able to move this out of my face. Apparently not. Either way, we're going to look up is the first movie. Now, you might know this movie very, very well, as I do. And it surpasses its original for me. And that is going to be The Godfather Part 2. All right? So like in Scream 2, when Timothy Olyphant, Mickey says, in class with Randy, right? In film class, he says, he says, The Godfather Part 2, I believe. Or, yep, it's got to be him. It can't be Randy. I think he's the one shooting off movies as Mickey. So yeah, The Godfather Part 2, guys, 1974. It's got Michael Corleone. You got De Niro playing a young Vito, and there's nothing like this sequel because you want more Vito, and you get it in Part 2, but you get it as De Niro, young De Niro. So it's great. It's so more interesting. It brings Michael full circle as the Godfather, no doubt about it. And it's just more entertaining to me. There's more going on. It's more to see, more to look at, more to feel. No, can sequels surpass the original? Thanks for voting, coming in and voting. Appreciate you. They said no. Oh, so another vote, 50. Yes, can sequels surpass the original? 50-50 split here for the real viewer audience. Thanks for coming and voting. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Yes, so it's 50-50, right? We're doing it. So the first one is The Godfather. This is random order, guys, this list. I just came up with my head before I came on, okay? So like I said, no rehearse. I just shoot it live, and we do it live. Fucking do it live. That's what I do. Bill O'Reilly, guys. That's my icon there. I do it live. So 50-50 split here. Can sequels surpass the original? When it comes to The Godfather Part 2, for me, the Real Rant Reviewer, it does surpass the original. I've looked for and watched more Part 2, all right? There's an ending scene here in Part 2, I believe. Michael is sitting all alone, guys, and he's thinking, right? Corleone, after everything is said and done at the end of this film. Thanks for liking. Appreciate it, too. I'm demonetized. Really want to help the channel. Donate to my Cash App. Rings to with the Z. Link on the channel page. I'm demonetized for 4 years. Yeah, but thank you. Appreciate all the support, guys, and the votes. Oh, another voter in. Yes, they can. Wow. Thank you. Look at this. Yes, they can. Well, The Godfather Part 2, like I said, at the end, Michael is contemplating life and everything he's done without his family. He's all alone. And then he thinks of his brothers, and there's the scene from like Part 1 they throw in there. It's really good. Hello, Tony Sanchez in the house. Hello, Tony Sanchez 230. What's up, baby? Wow, man. We get little sleep, yes, little rest, and right back to the movies, right? Right back to live streaming. Yes, no time to waste. We're covering it all. Thanks, Tony, for hopping in. Tony Sanchez, everybody. Yes, awesome support of the channel. Yes, share, like, and subscribe. Please do. But yes, demonetize, donate if you really want to help. Godfather Part 2, guys. That's going to be the one over The Godfather. What do you think, Tony? You think The Godfather Part 2 is one you grab over the first one? You know what I mean? Which one are you grabbing? You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, right? It's hard. You say, well, listen, Real Rev, you can't show someone The Godfather Part 2 without showing them Godfather. Well, yeah, I mean, sure, but you're not hanging out with the Real Red Reviewer, are you? You see how I sum things up very quickly and very clearly in layman's terms, or we can get technical, but it's all good, It's like, we could do the first. You don't mind sitting through the first, but the second, you want the second by the end of the first, and you love it. Definitely Godfather. Thanks, Tony Sanchez, 230, is with the real review on this one, and it seems like the polar is here too. The sequels can do it, and it does it, right, Tony? When it comes to Godfather 2, thanks, Tony, with the nice one. I got to agree, you know, with Tony as well. I mean, there's just so much to look at, so much to do. You get more. You get the backstory for Vito. So the Godfather Part 2 brings a lot more to the table. Thank God for the Godfather Part 2. Yeah, so that's an offer you can't, that's a movie, a sequel you can't refuse. Here we go, moving on. Guys, go with me. Next one, no particular order. It's going to be Terminator 2. All right, Judgment Day. This is going to be a point of contention because I know where the original Terminator comes from, hence I do. But when it comes to, guys, sequels, we're probably talking the greatest sequel of all time, and that might be Terminator 2, Judgment Day. James Cameron is back. Bigger, right? Bigger budget, right? Arnold, just bigger vision, bigger dreams. You got young Eddie. Eddie is right up there. Like, listen, Corey Haim and Culkin are probably top-notch child stars. Furlong's top 10, probably a 10. I don't know. He's probably a little. Furlong's been all over the place. He's killing it. T2 he's known for. He's known. You know, like Haim's known for Lost Boys. You know, he's more known. Furlong, like he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Hello, and Sokovia, and Sokovia. Thank you. Hi, hello. Yes, we're talking sequels. Going to be greater than their originals. I mean, I got a list for you. Tony says Arnold, Linda, Edward. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. They did us dirty, everybody in Dark Fate. We know how that went down. That was some dirty ass shit. I'm telling you, that was fucking nasty. You know, because when you're coming to T2, guys, they left it on a plate for you, you know, for the Rise of the Machine, right? T3, they left it on a T3, can't even call it that. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Oh my God. Anyways, Salvation, guys, probably came the closest. It was a real toss up here between Salvation and T2. Yeah, but T2 gets it easy. No. Oh, yeah, you did maybe later. All right, very good. It should be full then. It's good. All right. Go ahead. It's good. So, yeah, it's going to be T2 all day and day. But, you know, Christian Bale makes a great John Connor. Like a great older Connor. What? Just one. That's it, son. Okay? Thank you, son. Trying to get the donation so we could eat. What's up? Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, so let's go. The vote is in. Can sequels surpass the original? Yes, 80%. Yeah, that's right. Don't need to catch up. Demonetized. Can sequels surpass the original? Yes, 80%. Say yes. Wow. So the pulse is that we can still do that. It does do that, right? These movies we're going to go through, right? They can do that. They do that. Yes. I'm going rambling. So yes, T2. It is. Guys, I don't know, you know, you get speechless when you come to Terminator 2 because Terminator, guys, the only reason I put that on was on VHS with a friend of mine and my brother back in the 90s. And the only reason we put it on was to see a little nip slip. You know how the famous meme, right, guys? But before the meme was out, I was the one memeing it on my VHS tape, running it back and pausing it. Yes, hi, Ann. Thanks for coming in. Yes. But yeah, I was the one pausing it, guys, memeing it to try to catch that nip slip. Hello. So yeah, that was awesome. And I got it. But I was not interested in Michael Biehn. I wasn't interested in the story. Sarah Connor. Yeah, it's there's something about it that, you know. And then you come to T291. It's just like, oh man, that's where I come from. That's my banger. That's my shit. Wow. Guys, what is there to say about Terminator 2 Judgment Day? What is there to say? The music? Can we talk about dun 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 dun? Right? Come on, right? Dun 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 dun. Don't you hear it? Dun 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 dun. Don't you feel it? Dun 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 dun. Don't you know it? It's the sequel. Right? What is the first Terminator bringing on that music, everybody? There's nothing like that music. Da na na na. It's like so epic. Na na, right? But that dun 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 dun. That's like who is the composer on T2? Everyone, we need to get shout out. It's got to be someone good. We got it. How? Come on. How come you don't know these composers? Well, I don't want to guess something. Music by Brad Fiedel. Fidel. What? What? Huh? Yeah, have an icy. Go ahead, bud. Yep, you're welcome. So yes, too much hot sauce. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, everyone. I'm in the zone, and then I just very difficult. Bradley era Vitals. Yes, thank you. Love you. He was an American composer, written film, television, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and True Lies. Okay, so he's a Cameron favorite, right? Cameron, good known. True Lies music, it's forgettable. Anyways, T2, that's where we're going. Guns N' Roses, yeah? No shit. Yeah, that's this soundtrack is I remember, man, a lot of hot, the soundtrack, right? To get it, I think it's expensive or hard to find. Tony, there's something about the T2 soundtrack, right? I think it's hard to find or whatever, but it is sick, bro. You say Guns N' Roses, where do they make that track, huh? Is that what you're telling me? With music here. Casting, filming. Sorry, it's getting hot where I'm at. Music. Uh, Judgment Day could be mine. Oh, it's getting so hot, my dude. So thanks for voting, though, and thanks for coming in. Yes. All right, I'll have to check that out. What is it? 9 Inch Nails, all this shit. 9 Inch Nails. All right, anyways, good sidetrack, yes. I mean, soundtrack. Wonderful, 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 as they say. But yeah, that's Terminator 2, guys. That surpasses the original. I mean, I don't know how many people think about that, when it comes to Terminator 2. I mean, I know it's very, very difficult. Like, it's not difficult for me, But anyways, that's a big thing of contention for me. Anyways, go to the next one, real reviewer. Move on. Next one, The Bourne Supremacy. Okay, Jason Bourne. When it comes to any Bourne movie, some of these is not going to be a direct sequel. We're going to consider a trilogy a sequel, right? Or any ones after that, okay? I think that's fair enough, right, Tony? Anything in the saga, whatever. Okay, if it's more than one movie, we'll bang them all out. All right, they're all considered. So it's gonna be the Bourne Supremacy on this one. When it comes to anything Bourne, I think, sequel-wise. So the Bourne Supremacy. I do remember some of this, but I need to. They continue this right off the first. She's dead. The chick from the first. Styles is in it. You got some new faces that come up in it. And he does. Okay, it's the enemy he's fighting. This guy, you'll know his face. I can't know his name. He's fucking right. What the fuck? Anyways, this shit is pretty good. I remember it. But guys, I had to readjust here because they're showing pictures of the Bourne Supremacy that are not the Bourne Supremacy. Stupid ass fucking IMDb. But anyways, guys, there's more car chases, but they just click off of what they left off of. But it's a good sequel. I remember being hyped for Ultimatum, due to the Supremacy, the Bourne Supremacy. There's something about the Bourne Supremacy I remember watching. USA Network just splashed it all over TV 24/7. So it's going to be the Bourne Supremacy, guys, for Bourne. All right? But the first one's not too shabby either. We're just talking sequels, though. They surpass the original. Oh, excuse me. Yes, it does. Excuse me. The Bourne Supremacy does, for me, the original. I've watched Supremacy more than the original. The original is really kind of forgettable, but the car chase and the fight in the loft. But yeah, Carl Urban or something is in this fucker. And he's after Bourne. And I remember it's the death or something. The way he kills Urban. And there's another car chase. So it's sick. It's good. It's good shit. Bourne Supremacy, and I think he might even fake his death at the end. I don't know, but it's a little bit of a blur, but it's more so better than the original. The Bourne, they really improve upon Bourne. Matt Damon really comes into Jason Bourne in the second one here. The first one, it kind of it stalls out a little bit, literally like the car. But anyways, moving on, the Bourne Supremacy. Mission Impossible 3, guys. Mission Impossible 3. Any Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, anything to do with Tom Cruise. I know this, I have to Google this. Mission Impossible 3. Don't even worry about the year or anything. What you're going to worry about is sequel-wise. So is it Mission Impossible? Is it better than the original? Yes. I know everybody hypes the original because you do have John Voight. You have Jean Reno, from The Professional. That's it. And you have Cruise. And you have somebody else there that's Ving Rhames. Mr. Rhames, how did I forget about it? Because he shows up in 3. I like that camaraderie in 3. 3 is awesome. Philip Seymour Hoffman, the great Philip Seymour Hoffman, rip to you. But yeah, man, that's another one. It's just a great villain. Philip is great. And it doesn't get enough credit. There's some of these scenes are just, I don't know, I watched it a lot. I had it on DVD. And I'm watching this damn thing over and over and over. And it's like when he's running, Michelle Monaghan or whatever, guys. Monaghan is in it. You'll know her. I forget her name. She was in Gone Baby Gone with Casey. She was the chick, his girlfriend. But yeah, she's in it as the wife of Cruise or the girlfriend, and he proposes. I just think he's running one time. He's running. Guys, there's a fucking... All right, this thing is not talked about a lot. But there's a helicopter, I believe, firing missiles, Stinger missiles at Mr. Cruise on a fucking bridge. And Mr. Cruise is on foot. Okay? He's on. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. I'm demonetized though, but I appreciate you coming in and voting too. Can sequels? Yes, they say yes. I love it. The real review audience knows what its shit. Knows its shit. It looks like. I'll answer at the end of the live. That's what we do. We're going on Mission Impossible 3. And this, Stinger missile, it's a helicopter versus fucking Tom Cruise on foot, on ground. Basically, Cruise has to get to a gun. You see how he gets to a gun by dodging millions of bullets that are being shot at him at rapid speed. I don't know, thousands of bullets. Fucking, he gets to the gun, and the gun is like from Battlefield 2. I don't know if you know Battlefield 2 back in the day, but you load the gun, and he loads this really nice looking cool ass gun, and he starts firing at the helicopter, Cruise, but the helicopter swings around, he starts moving, and he has to keep moving, and it's on the bridge, and there's people on the bridge in cars, and he's like, get down, and the fuckers. The helicopter ride. I don't know, boys and girls. He ends up taking the helicopter down somehow. I mean, why don't I remember this shit? Like, because there's so much in my head, but I'll remember it. I just remember getting chased by this fucker. But he does take the fucking thing down, right? Yeah, and in the process, he almost falls to his death off the bridge. But somehow he steps on a car. It's right, he jumps on multiple cars, everyone, and gets a hyper-position position. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is Mission Impossible 3. Tom Cruise on the ground doing his own stunts on a bridge. This is not True Lies, everyone. This is not True Lies. This is Tom Cruise naked, basically naked, with an automatic weapon versus a helicopter, an attack chopper. And he runs and gets the gun, and he pumps it. Like, Tony, what the fuck? This isn't what, guys. I'm watching this in my room, and I'm shitting my pants every time this scene's coming on. Guys, there's music that pumps up in this scene. I forgot about the music. I'm laughing because this is unfucking believable. Like, why we're not talking about the movie channels? Hey, listen, if you want a good sequel, check out MI3. I know you like all the fancy shit and all that. We're good with that Fast and Furious bullshit. We're good with the, Mission Impossible going there. But man, this shit is when it was legit, dude. Philip was a badass. Guys, it's a sick ass scene before you put mask on. Motherfucker came in with masks and was pretending to be somebody. Pretending to be Philip. Yeah, guys, we're talking 2006. I was gonna say 2009, but 2006. You got Michelle Monaghan, Maggie Q, everyone was hot, Simon Pegg, this is where it all started, these people, coming into the crew, the nostalgic crew here. But Tommy Cruise, guys, I gotta go to images, Tony. This is fucking crazy. Oh, and the end is insane too. What the fuck? I didn't even mention the end of this movie, all right? I didn't even mention the end of this movie and how he's betrayed by fuckboy over there, We know his face, son of a bitch, from Alien Covenant, the captain. Yeah, you'll know his ass from other films. But yeah, dude, he's like, don't do it. Guys, at the beginning of this, I don't know. I'm sorry, my heart's racing. I had this on DVD. I miss it. I had it on regular DVD, just like this dude has in the image here. But it's not signed. That would be fucking sweet if it was signed. But it looked just like that. Tom Cruise. And I just kept playing that fucker, man. That shit was hot, bro. Yo, he tries to be normal in the beginning, everyone, and goes to this growth, like to the gas station. It's just sick, bro. Thank you. Music, bomb. That action scene does not get enough love. Like, if we looked that up together right now and watched it with that music, and you put the headphones in, you'd be like, what the fuck? Tommy Cruise, the sound of the guns, the heli. It's just some sick-ass shit, y'all. So I think he might, I don't know how he takes it down, but he takes the fucker down in some way. Can't believe I can't remember how he takes it down, Tony. It's the gun. I thought he just gets up on multiple cars, right? And he stands on one of the hoods and he just fires at it and it fucking explodes or some bullshit. I don't know. Or it leaves, like he sees something and he shoots it and it hits it. I think it's on the bridge, right? He shoots something. I don't know. Yeah, he shoots something, but you can see him here aiming. The way Tommy Cruise is aiming this gun, he is very, very legitimate here. I really fucking buy it. I really buy him in this movie, guys. As Ethan Hunt, This is the one time I really buy his ass as Ethan Hunt, boys and girls. Even over the first. This motherfucker's, playing a double life, Talk about 007. I mean, holy shit, you got Mission Impossible 3 over here. You want 007, get you some MI3 in you. All right, so MI3 is going to take it when it comes to the Mission Impossible franchise, any sequel. Going on, Halloween 2018. When it comes to any sequel overtaking its original, dare you say the heresy, Real Rant Reviewer, why are you saying such a thing? Well, the sequel does surpass for me a little bit the original, guys. Honestly, I know the original. I watched it a lot. And I know you can't have Michael without the original. I mean, can you? Well, they're telling us in 2018 you can. It's a direct sequel, but I really, really enjoyed Halloween 2018. It's a really great fucking, when it comes to MI3, that's what I watch over the original. When it comes to, man, if somebody, really though, guys, if somebody asks me, yo, I have 2018 on digital Fandango. If somebody's like, yo, right now, I got 2 hours to live. I have 2 hours to live, everyone. Really, seriously. Tom Cruise is, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Yeah, 2 hours right now. Choice, say it right now. Yes or no, right? What's the rabbit's foot? Where's the rabbit's foot, right? What is it? Halloween 2018 or Halloween 1978? What is it, real reviewer? Yeah, it's going to be 2018, guys. I'm watching that over the original. Hands fucking down. And it's like, oh, because the original. I don't give a fuck. I'm jumping in. I got 2 hours to live, and I want to see Michael do his thing in 2018, guys. There's a kill he does. You don't see it. You don't even get to see the kill. This guy's neck is like torn the fuck up from the kid, right? He kills the kid. Get the fuck out of here. I'm done. I love this fucking shit. I don't like the ending, but I like everything else. I love the music, guys. There's this track, all right? When he's chasing Allison, supposedly, through the woods, Tony. This track is killer. It's called The Shape Chases Allison or something. It's, before when you have the original track, right? You got that original shit, whatever it is. You know how it is. The original Dre beat? No. The original Chronic Dre beat? Still Dre beat? No, you got the fucking, he used that anyway. Not still Dre beat. But anyways, you got him. And, that's great. There's no greater track, right? Probably than this Halloween theme until this track, dude, of The Shape Chases Allison on 2018. This was made by John Carpenter and I believe Cody Carpenter, his son. And this, I was watching the film and then she started to run and then this fucking weird synth came in. And I was like, wait a second, where's that coming from? I started looking around my house, I was like, you hear that? And she was like, I was like, is that coming from the movie? She's like, yeah. And all of a sudden, this track starts coming in. It's just fucking sick, everyone. You know what it did? It got me goosebumps the first time you hear the first Halloween theme. It brought me back. They really tried hard on 2018. I don't know what the fuck happened, but they really went hardcore. Thanks for voting, guys. 6 votes. Can sequel surpass the original? Yes. 83% of the real reviewer audience says yes. 17 says no. Originals is what's up. We're holding to our opinion. We don't change to the sequels. We don't move forward. All right. Once a pancake, always a pancake, huh? So 2018, to me, yeah, that's it. 24 hours gun to head. It's going to be 2018 over the original. Guys, Alien 3. I choose Alien 3. Over Alien 2, Aliens. It's going to be Alien 3. And I'll give you my reasons. Yeah, a little bit of nostalgia there. I remember, I'm from the 90s, guys. Yeah, I was watching the trailers, and I was looking for that gritty, scary, back-to-form Alien with Sigourney face-to-face, guys. Check these fucking images out if you can. I don't need to. I see it now. You saw it in the trailer on TV for the first time. An alien xenomorph drooling face-to-face with Sigourney Weaver, turning in fear, guys. This movie does not... I know there's a lot of drama with the bullshit and the director and behind the scenes, David Lynch. I know all about it. We're not talking that. We're talking Alien 3. Is it scary? Is it gritty? Is it grimy? I mean, is it vicious? Is it xenomorphs? Yeah, there's some corny ass CGI there, here and there, but for pretty much, guys, it's practical, and the damn thing's practical. They got no weapons. She's stuck. She's bucked and fucked, and literally on this fucking man island of bad people, and there's bad xenomorphs, and there's some badass kills. So Alien 3, it was a toss up. It's really hard for me. Because I love the original Alien, I do, but if somebody put gun to head, and told me we were review it right now, out of all the aliens, you have 2 hours to watch a movie, which one is it going to be? It's going to be Alien 3. It's something of a, I don't know, it's an enigma. I know you can't figure it out, right? We don't know if it's good or bad. We don't know whether to love it or hate it. I'll tell you right now, overall, the aliens, it just brings me there. It just puts me where I want to be scared. I want to be chased. Tony Sanchez 23 says Weaver with the shaved head. Yeah, I did do mine earlier, Tony. Look, I put the Weaver Yeah, I pulled the Weaver, man. So, got the bucket hat on. But welcome in, Pedro. Yes, Pedro. Hey, Pedro. How are you? Sorry about that. Hey, Pedro. But yes, Tony. Weaver with the shaved head. What did they pay her? $1 million to do it, right? It's $1 million back then, guys, to get Weaver to shave her head. Britney Spears did it for nothing back in 1999 or 2000. So, yeah, but you got to pay Sigourney Weaver, everyone, $1 million. You just have to haunt Britney Spears with a couple of camera flashes for a few weeks, and she'll go do it for free. But hey, Pedro, what's up? We're talking sequels. Can they surpass the original? Which ones do? The Real Reviewer has a random list, and I'm going through it. And if you got some that are on the list, let's share them. Let's hear them. Let's talk them. But right now, it's Alien 3. So like any movie, and we're doing all movies, we're counting it as a sequel, if it's a trilogy or whatever, you know, throw it all in. So Alien 3 though, overall Aliens, it's gonna be that. Yep. Next one, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Sequels, I think, to National Lampoon's. Any National Lampoon's is going to be, there's a lot of them, but it was going to be Lampoon's Christmas with Chevy Chase, guys. That's the one. That's the sequel. That's any kind of, yeah, any National Lampoon's. It's going to be Christmas Vacation. I did see the original. Eddie, what is it? Anthony Michael Hall. You know, no, don't like it. Chevy Chase, the other girl, I know. It's just, no, it's not my thing, guys. No, it wasn't my thing. It's not that funny. This National Lampoon's is good. It is great. It's wonderful. It's a Christmas vibe too. You gotta love this shit. I love at the end when she grabs his balls when the cops come in, and the one thing she grabs is Chevy Chase's balls. And I thought it was so random and just I think it was just an improvised scene, guys, and she just held on to it. I thought it was amazing because that's something I would love my ex-wife or wife to do, or girlfriend or man-child, whoever you love, to come in and grab my balls as soon as the SWAT come in. The last thing they're thinking is balls, you know, getting it on. That's great. That's true love. Chase was a menace. Tony Sanchez says yes. He was a freaking menace. He was pissed off about the bonus, guys, and I could feel Mr. Chase, right? He was counting on that fucking bonus, man. You know, he was imagining that pool, and it's just the family comes over trying to fuck with him and downing him and shit. Always never helping, and always like pointing their finger, procrastinating and shit. You know, it's like, get the fuck up and help then. Like, it's like, you know, say something nice, you know? Even if it's Christmas, you know? But Chevy tries to bring the spirit, guys, and it backfires. But it doesn't. He ends up actually bringing the damn heat and the spirit because, you know, even though in his crazy temper and he lost it, like the real reviewer, it still somehow worked out in the end because he meant well, guys. He meant well. So his true intentions meant well, and it worked out for the best. Just like the real reviewer, I mean well. You'll see. But anyways, yes, Chase was a menace, bro. A fucking menace. And right now, he was getting some heat, right, for being a menace back in the day. So I guess it's coming out now how much of a menace he was. But yes, very funny in that one. That's going to be that. Now, guys, when it comes to Rambo, we're going to go Rambo. It's going to be Rambo 2008, okay? You're going to go Rambo 2008. You're not going to go Rambo First Blood. You're not going to go Rambo 2, 3, whatever it is for. You're going to go Rambo 2008, all right? You're not going to go the latest Rambo either. You're going to go Rambo 2008. All right, he is hired to take a group of missionaries out down to a river. I believe they're going to help people. Okay, that's right. Rambo's still living in like Myanmar at the time, guys. This is a Malaysian place or what have you, over in Thailand, in that area. And there's this war going on. So Mr. Rambo he's there making some flow, making a little bit of dough off the locals by taking them down the river once in a while. But guess what? It ain't locals that pull up for Rambo. It's these white people, missionaries, okay? And there's a white lady that he really likes because he sees that she's really true and they all mean well. But he tells him, don't fucking go down this river, right? He tells him, Tony, right? Don't go the fuck down here. He says, you're not going to save no one. God's not going to save you. It ain't going to happen like that. You know, go somewhere where it's going to actually, you know what I mean? Don't fucking do it. They insist. So Rambo has to respect it because he knows he's done the same thing in the past. So he respects their courage and their balls and to die for what they love. Just like Rambo for country, right? Same damn thing. So he brings them through due to that, safely drops them off. But a few days later, somebody comes and tells them they've been kidnapped, possibly killed by, you know, the Malaysian government or whatever, these other rebels. So there we go. And that is Rambo 2008, guys. He embarks with a bunch of other mercenaries to take out. He's not hired directly. He's hired to take these mercenaries down the river. But guess what happens? Mercenary gets into big shit, and guess who saves him? Yeah, Mr. Arrow Boy himself. You know, Rambo. And you expect it to happen, and it does. It's a cool-ass one-man fucking army scene. And it's cool. It gets a little old with all the it's practical. There's a lot of practical, a little bit of CGI in there, but it looks so practical. But it's a lot of CGI, blood and all, right? It's gotta be. Anyways, it doesn't matter where the fuck it is. It's cool as shit because Rambo's he's fucking updated in 2008, taking out one-man army, takes out everyone, and in sickly damn ways, dude. Literally, the end guy, I think he rips his fucking spine out like Predator. All right, don't fuck around with Rambo. This motherfucker's juiced and he's ready to go in 2008 with that badass hairpiece. All right. Tony Sanchez says 2008 Rambo, pretty solid. I agree with you. Okay, yeah. I mean, I got love, Tony, for the first one because of nostalgia, too. Like, I watched it on TV all the time. I just didn't feel it, bro. Like, I like the sheriff. His name will come to me. Patrick Dennehy. Not Dennehy. Brian Dennehy. Brian Dennehy. I like him. Rip to him. He died a while back. But he's awesome in movies, dude. And he's a real asshole cop, bro. So that dynamic's cool. But they've kind of lose it a little bit when he gets lost in the woods. And then he goes, like, right? It loses me. Like, in the beginning, it keeps me intrigued. But as soon as, like, the dude falls out the helicopter, the one cop, and he gets lost in the woods, I lose it. Like, I kind of get lost like Rambo does in the woods, And I never come out of it. I don't know what it is. It doesn't really, it doesn't have a good payoff either. Like a middle. It's weird. But yeah, in 2008, man, my brother's like, oh, you gotta see this shit. You gotta see this shit. I was like, all right. He rented it and I borrowed it and I saw it. And I was like, all right, that's some motherfucking shit. But then I saw it again and again. And then I was like, wait a second, this is getting a little bit ridiculous, kind of ridiculous. But I kind of like the other actors and shit. But overall, if I had 24 hours to live, yeah, I'd probably put on Rambo 2008 as of now. Not the newer one or the one in Afghanistan. I like the one where he's tortured by the Russian. Remember that big Russian where he tortures him and shit? And he's laying that pipe to the Asian chick? To the delivery Asian chick? I like that one. I think that's 2, right? I think that's the second one. And he comes back and fires on him, right? That's definitely better than the original. That one, Tony. The Russian one, right? Where he comes back and fires on. Ah! Yeah, that is fucking awesome. Yeah, dude, that's awesome too. That's I think that's even better than maybe 2008. I have to re-fucking think that, yeah? I forgot about that one, dude. I really enjoyed it, Rambo. I think it's Rambo 2, yeah? Rambo 2, bro. That might be the sequel. I think the sequel's better than that original for sure, man. Because he comes back and he fucking does it, yeah? Yeah, I think that's it. All right, but either way, either one of those is greater. All right, Batman, everyone. Batman. Batman Returns. It surpasses for me the original. I like Jack Nicholson. I like all that. But it's just the replay value of watching it. Tony Sanchez says, yes, he goes all out in 2. Yeah, right, all out in 2, bro. Bigger, beefier, really takes on the Rambo role, right? And I love the fucking story. So that is right up there, dude. Sorry, Tony, I should have thought a little bit more harder before jumping on, but that's why I do it live, right? We rant it out, yeah? You're here to change my mind, right? Help me to think. Yes, rethink. Batman Returns, all right? That'll be mine. It has a lot of nostalgia to do with it because I was in theaters. But, Tony, I think we did discuss, if I'm mistaken, that is you, right? The Tim Burton feel of movies and how, Batman Returns was a great sequel. And, maybe you should have got more of it, after. But we didn't. We got, what we got, Val Kilmer and all that. So, Batman Returns, though, for me, is a great sequel. I wasn't even a big fan of the 1989 Batman, whatever, with Nicholson, I watched it I was staying up with a friend of mine a long time ago, and he had it, and he was like, let's stay up all night. So we tried to stay up all night, and he put this movie on, and it was Batman, this one. And I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, I like Batman Returns way better. So nostalgic. Like we said, Michelle Pfeiffer, right, in the cat suit, hot, fire. And Danny DeVito, man. Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Really, I know Colin Farrell's doing his thing right now on HBO with the Penguin, but boys and girls, children of all ages, looky you here. See Danny DeVito as the Penguin in Batman Returns. You'll never return the same when it comes to looking at Danny DeVito or Batman at all. This is Dude, there's stuff coming out of his mouth. He's biting off noses. He's kidnapping kids. All right, he's saying, I'm going to kidnap all these kids. Donate to the Cash App. That's right. I'm going to donate to these kids. I'm going to kidnap all these kids and then throw them into an icy grave. I mean, guys, this is when Batman was real. Batman was fucking Batman. He had a real mission to save Gotham from the Penguin taking all their kids. Come on, guys. Who takes all the kids? And who's doing that now? Robert Pattinson? What are they taking? They're taking all the kids, guys, and throwing them in a deep, dark pool of fucking cold ice water with Penguin. Danny DeVito. Yeah, even walking. Tony, a lot of people complain about Christopher Walken, as Max, right? Max Schilling or whatever. What's it? Max Shrek. Max Shrek, right? Max Shrek or whatever. Shrek Tower. Yeah, and people complain about Christopher Walken in that film, Tony, because he's not really like a Batman, character or anything, but he's just put in there. I really liked him actually in the film. I thought he brought a lot to it, a lot of good dynamic. I was worried about his character. He's so good at that asshole part, right? He pushed Michelle right out, I really liked it. I thought he was well done. I didn't like him in Doom 2 though. Yes. Cash App rings true with the Z. Did not get a donation in 4 years yet. Been streaming live for the last 20 days straight and have not got one donation, Tony. So, I don't know, bro. I said I got a few more days in me and that's it, man. How much longer I can go because I have to, we all have to do what we got to do. So I can't do this forever. I tried 4 years ago, man, but they demonetized me. I'd be getting paid now. Trust me, my watch time and views aren't bad the last 20 days, bro. But I get nothing from it, But I love talking movies. But thank you, Tony. Yes, cash at me if you want me to keep going. 86% say, wow, can sequels surpass the original? Yes, really, they can. They sure can. All right, 14% says no, maybe not. All right, Batman Returns is my pick, though, for Batman, Tony, right? Audience, right? Tony, we're going to Batman Returns. I'm not sure which one I'm really curious, Tony, to know if you agree with me or not on this Batman sequel surpassing its original. I think it does, man. But I want to know your real opinion. I'm going to wait a response to because it's very important to me, your opinion. But I'm not going to, we're not going to change. I just want to know, is this what you think? Like, would you put Batman Returns on over all other Batmans, honestly? I mean, over The Dark Knight. I mean, I know The Dark Knight, but I'm doing direct sequel. So, I mean, The Dark Knight is but I still wouldn't put The Dark Knight on, bro. Like, over Batman Returns. See, that's the hype. That's the YouTube hype talking in me, right? That you can't let that influence us, right? No, for me, it's Batman Returns. Saw it in theaters, 91. Oh, I just thought of another one too. Ghostbusters 2, man. All right, so Batman Returns, and I just thought of one. Ghostbusters 2, Tony. I saw it in theaters. It was sick. Ghostbusters 2 surpasses the original for me. It's Batman 2. Oh, awesome. All right, cool. Yes, Tony, yes. Tony Sanchez, 230. Yes. Woo! Want to make sure, man. If you have a different sequel of any kind, man, shout it out in the chat, brother. I would love to know, okay? But that is awesome to know we agree on Batman, because that is a point of contention, Batman, It always has been, right? The Batman series is always touchy. That 30-second film footage of Pattinson coming out looking fucking pretty sick, though, yeah? That shit does look sick. But it just looks so markety, So markety. So, I don't know, video gamey. But anyways, Ghostbusters 2 for me, too. I just thought of that now. Tony, I wanted to throw that in there. For me, it's going to be Ghostbusters 2. The Vigo painting is great. Sigourney Weaver's good. I love that whole thing. Better than the first villain who was, it'll come to me the name. But yeah, the dog, the demon, all that shit. I do like Sigourney Weaver being possessed in the first one. That was sexy back then when I was a kid watching her try to seduce Bill Murray. I don't know why Bill Murray didn't fall for it. She was fucking hot and sizzling. And I was wondering why Bill didn't fall for it because he was been dying to lay her, But the first one was kind of corny, like in the beginning, the ghost in the beginning and all that shit. A Slimer in the restaurant. They tried hard and it was just still too corny for me. I like the cartoon. From the 90s a lot. I had the action figures. I had the Ghostbuster house. I waited like 5 years to get it. They finally got it. Ghostbusters 2, I had everything. The ectoplasma. I had everything that you see on the YouTubes, right? Not anymore, though. Ghostbusters 2 had the toothpaste. Vigo. Yeah, Vigo. Vigo. That dude is good. Rip to him. I think he passed away, too. But he's awesome. And I didn't know Vigo was a damn felon or some shit. Some fucking criminal. Russian criminal. But anyway, yeah. Don't tell me that's the dude from Die Hard, right? Nah, I'm thinking about different guys. Anyways, Vigo, yeah, he's great. And that's good shit, dude. Ghostbusters 2 for me, dude. I got for Christmas, I got the cassette tape of Bobby Brown, we got to take control. You got it. It's great fucking hip shit in that Ghostbusters 2, bro. They went fucking fire. 90s on that. There's a couple of good tracks on that tape, dude, on the soundtrack. I had the soundtrack on cassette tape, everyone. Ghostbusters 2 surpasses its original for me. Next is going to be, okay, when it comes to the Rocky series, all right? This is probably sacrilegious to blasphemy, but the Real Rare Reviewer, guys, if you put a gun to his dome piece, Tony, and you told his Real Reviewer, tell me what Rocky are you picking out of the collection right now to watch for your last movie, your last Rocky movie, it's gonna be, drum roll please, no, not drum roll, fucking boxing heavy bag roll. Punch roll please, speed bag please. Yep, join to the Cash App. It's gonna be Rocky 5. All right, it's gonna be Rocky 5. Out of all the Rockies, all right, Rocky Balboa comes close too, because of the speech in the street. Everybody knows, sunshine and rainbows. But Rocky 5, guys. The reason is gonna be Rocky 5 because Rocky 4 was pretty close. Okay, even Rocky 3 with Mr. T was fucking close. Rocky 1 and 2 don't hold the candle to Mr. T or even fucking, he dies. Like, who holds the candle to those fuckers, right? I'll tell you who does. And that is Tommy the Gun Morrison. Tommy Gunn. Tommy fucking Morrison, a real boxer. You know? And this motherfucker's young. He's hungry. He's young buck and ready to fuck. I'm telling you, he is fucking... Whoa, he's nasty mean. Nasty mean hungry man. He was talking, touch me, now touch me, now sue you. Touch me, now sue you. Come on. Touch me, now sue you. It's just, I know the fight scene could be considered corny, but man, when you're... I've never... Listen real close. This Rocky 5, right? Rocky gets fucking fucked, all right? So up until this point, Rocky's been rich. Pretty, no, he hasn't. He hasn't been rich. I'm sorry, Tony. He hasn't been rich. But in the movie, they're telling you he was rich, right? He's got a beautiful house. His real son, Sage, which I knew was his real son at the time, was playing him, right? Playing his son and all. And Paulie gets in some shit, Yo, he's got to go back to the neighborhood. That was spot on. He was like, yeah, I know, Temu Don King. I know, yeah, he's great. This fucking guy was great. We put some hustle behind this muscle, right? And I always say that now, Tony? I use that line, put some hustle behind this muscle. I say that shit all the time to people, try to motivate them. I say, come on, we're gonna put some hustle behind this muscle, But I was, you know what I mean? And he's got some fucking great lines, this guy. Yeah, it's not praised enough, this dance. Shitted on so badly. And I couldn't believe it. Like, when I got older, I was like, wait a second, I'm in my living room, punching my brother in the, doing the Rocky fucking, like, he's gone. I'm like, duh, pushing him back all the way to the bus, and I'm hitting him in the fucking kidneys, and he's suplexing me and shit. That was, yeah, it's fucking A, right? Thanks. Seen the movie too many times, not to know this motherfucker, right? Rocky 5, we know what's interesting to me, Tony, about Rocky 5? When I saw it, was that it brings us to the end of Rocky 4. So we get to see how he felt after this fight. And you never, ever get to see Rocky after the fight. Like deal with his injuries, like deal with his brain. You know what I'm saying? It was really freaky, bro. It was scary. And then he's in the shower and shit, and he's shaking like that or whatever, out the shower. It was really strange. And it was really, I didn't know anything about CTE and all that shit then, and I still wasn't sure about what they were telling. They basically said if he got punched in the wrong spot one time, he's dead, and his brain is deteriorated, basically, at that time from CTE. But we didn't know that shit. They didn't call it that, right, Tony? So he was on, yeah, it was really strange. I never saw them pick up a movie from Rocky like that. It was really, really telling. Tony Sanchez says, 230 says, Tommy's guns, yes. And like you mentioned, was a real boxer. Yeah, rip to him, man. He had the AIDS virus. So he passed away some years ago. But, yeah, he was a world champion. He beat George Foreman to become world champion. So he was a world champion, everyone, after this movie. Wow, what a fucking beast. But listen real quick. He's on the dinner table. And Tommy's talking to Rocky, and Rocky's trying to ask him questions about his life, and Tommy doesn't really want to speak about it, but he ends up telling him about because you can tell, Tommy's, and then he said, the first guy he ever beat up was his dad, because his dad would beat on his mom and beat on Tommy, and then it's the first guy he would beat up. So he says every time he gets in the ring, he sees his dad. So Tommy Gunn over here fucking explodes. You know, that's a scary thought. And Rocky pauses for a minute, guys. Everyone's paused, but Rocky's really paused. And he's like, he tries to crack a joke. You know how Rocky is. But Rocky doesn't, Rocky takes note of that. You know, Rocky isn't that dumb, is he? So when it comes to shit, man, that's what he says in Rocky 5. Everybody thinks I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb, Adrian. Everybody's as dumb as I think I am. You know? And he's in the street and he's fucking telling her. And he's telling her, you know, I'm looking out for the kid. But she's like, you're losing your son. Dude, what a fucking dynamic, guys. I can't even explain to you. You guys, what the fuck? And in the end, his son, he's changed and he sees his dad on TV fighting. And he tells his mom. His dad's in the street, they're fighting. She's like, what? And he goes right fucking down to the street. Right down to the street. Everyone's in the damn street. Like it would be in the real life. Everybody's in the fucking street. Just like it would be in real life, everyone. You know, something like this is in the street. I'd be out my house, out in the street. I'd be like, holy shit, it's Holyfield and Tyson out in the street, dog. Go, go, go. What are you kidding me, Tony, right? Tony, right, Tony? We'd be out there watching this shit. I wouldn't be breaking it up. I'd wait till the cops broke it. The cops are there, everyone. They're not breaking this up. You know, the cops are letting this go. This is Rocky Balboa. He said, you know, you don't go in there. It's something happening here. It needs to be settled. And the cops are waiting for it to be over. You know? Never seen a street fight. And let alone a real street fight. Rocky, guys, there's this great scene in the bar, Tony. I know you know. But in any other Rocky movie, it's really kind of corny in ways, you know? It's like the corny, like, but when it comes to 5, it just gets fucking real. So Rocky's in the damn bar, bro. After the fight, dude, oh my God, before that, he was right? He was mimicking Tommy Gunn, right? Yo, I've never seen no shit like that, man. And his mom, his dad, you know, Adrian's looking and Paulie's looking. And they're like, oh my God, he's rocking the bag. It's just unbelievable, guys. I'm getting goosebumps, Tony. I gotta stop. The way he's mimicking Tommy Gunn, he wants to be there. He loves Tommy Gunn. He loves boxing. He loves it. And he goes to the bar right after that, guys. Adrian's like, yo, go cool down. And then she's like, go with him, Paulie, you know? And she's like, damn, what am I gonna do? This motherfucker's fucked, right? So he goes to the bar, but Tommy shows up, right? Mr. Don King, Temu Don King's like, you gotta put some hustle behind him. You're not paper chipping. You can't let him call, you know, paper chimp. You gonna dog him? You gotta dog him. You gotta do what you got to do, but that's what you got to do. Right? You gotta get him there and bring Tommy Gunn. All right. Tommy gets the point. Tommy goes to the bar. Oh, shit. Tommy runs up on Rocky, and that's when Paulie steps in, and Paulie starts mouthing off on Rocky. Right, Tony? Yeah, some real shit here. And then he's like, yeah? And then Tommy basically knocks the shit out of Paulie, basically knocking out his tooth, it looks like. And Rocky runs up to grab Paulie first, which I love. That's the first thing you do is rush to your homeboy. You don't go, you know, you check, make sure he's fucking alive. He got all his damn teeth. He's still got a tooth or two. And fucking Rocky, that's it. You hear the music change, guys, and I'm getting goosebumps because I was a kid watching this. I remember, Rocky's done. The music started changing, and Stallone started looking. And he's like, oh, you knocked him down. Don't you try knocking me down now. And that was fucking awesome, dude. And he's like, my ring's outside. He's like, let's do it. He's like, Tommy Gunn only fights in the ring. And they're going outside. And that's when I knew Tommy fucked up. I was like, Tommy let the anger get to him. And the homeboy over here's his conscience, like, right? He's telling him, Mr. Temu Don King is telling him, boy, no, boy. And then he grabs it and he's like, you don't know me. You don't know me. Nobody does. I want my respect. And then Rocky's like, Rocky's going. He's like, come and get it. Rocky comes out hot, everyone. Hot fire. Right, Tony? Bam, 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 bam. And Tommy Gunn looks done. But he's not. So just watch the rest of the movie. You'll see who wants to fight and how it goes down. Great movie. I'm sorry I got lost in it, Tony. Wow, what a scene. Yes, my ring's outside. Yeah, my ring's outside. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe we were going to get this here and now. I really didn't. I didn't think we were going to get the fight. And we got the fight. Because they were like, oh, you get punched one time, you're done. You know, and he was coaching Tommy. I didn't expect Tommy to show up, guys, to the bar. Honestly, Tony, you know, to show up and them to brawl it out like that. It was unbelievable. Like, just like when he told his family, like he saw him on TV, you know, I was surprised too. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't expect him to go at it. It's crazy. So that's it. Rocky 5 for me. I started doing the punches and everything after. I wanted to be like Rocky after Rocky 5, guys. Really wanted to be like him after Rocky 5. Not after Rocky 1, not after Rocky 2, not after Rocky 3, possibly a little after 4, but definitely after 5. All right, next one. Sequel surpassed the original. It's going to be Addams Family Values. All right, that's going to be for me a sequel that surpasses the original. I believe you have Joan Cusack in that. She's after Uncle Fester, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the sequel? Either way, that's the sequel, right? It's beautiful. I like that one. Joan Cusack looks so hot in Addams Family Values. Addams Family Values, right? Is that the one with Cusack? Sorry, guys, I should have done this. I do a little before. I just go off my mind. I'm trying. Yeah, it's Cusack. All right, that's the one, guys. Number 2. All right, that's gonna be the one. That's gonna be the one when it comes to Addams Family movies or anything Addams Family. You know, I know there is Wednesday out there. I know someone who's seen it and watched it. I wasn't interested in it. I watched some of the episodes, but I'm straight. I'm going with 2. And they sent, I mean, Christina Ricci Wednesday off to camp. And they do this Uncle Fester thing, and it's beautiful. I love the Uncle Fester thing. I love Joan Cusack. She's hot to try, guys. She's hot to look at. I don't know what it is about Joan Cusack and Addams Family Values too, but there's something about her like Black Widow style that is very sexy. She has a very voluptuous chest in this movie. I don't know how, why, where that came from, and why isn't it here today. But it's there back in the day of 1993 when it comes to Addams Family Values and it comes to sequels. I'm going to be watching this movie over them all because I believe they get kicked out of their house and they have to live in a hotel, and it becomes pretty fucking real. It comes like Rocky 5, guys. So Addams Family Values, guys, is like Rocky 5, basically. But that is the better, that's the sequel right there. Tony Sanchez says, Lloyd wore that hideous hairpiece. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, that was freaky, man. That Fester hairpiece, good point, Tony. There's for some reason in these images, everyone, we're looking at on Google, there is no fucking hairpiece. Yeah, man, that is disturbing, yes? Tony brought up the hairpiece. How dare you, Tony, bring up that hairpiece and disturb the viewers and disturb the real rant review. I almost bit my tongue off, bro. I have a hard enough time not biting my tongue off, right? Because I talk so much. But yeah, Tony, very well, very well. I'm trying to move this out of my face this whole time. But either way. Yes, so terrible hairpiece. That was cool. But a lot of different things here. I like it. I understand guys. Sequel, that's what you're going with over all Addams Family, anything. Even the show itself, more than likely. Guys, sequel, go. American Pie 2. All right? It was very difficult for me because this is my jam, right? American Pie, the original. We know that with the cake. You know it all, right? I had to. Tony says, yeah, that toupee was horrible. I forgot about. I should have blocked that out, Tony, from Addams Family Values. That was so disturbing. American Pie 2, guys. I'm going to go with 2. I'll explain my reasons why 2. Because American Reunion, American Wedding, those are great. The spin-offs, I don't go, though. Those don't even, you know, you can include them, but they're not even going to hold the candle. But yeah, American Pie 2 is over the original. And, you know, Nadia is in this one, too. The only thing is you don't get to see Nadia until the end. But if, you tune in for Shannon Elizabeth, guys, and for the cake, for the apple pie. But we're straight. American Pie 2. Because Stifler, what do they got? A house. They got a vacation house. And it's all their stories are like, I don't know, it's just a follow-up. Jim does a thing where he glues his hand to himself. Okay? He's going to put on a VCR porno. And he's going to get it, he's going to warm himself up, I think, before a date or something. He gets the advice. Yeah, Kevin or someone gives him the advice, one of his homies. He's like, yo, put a porno on and, do it beforehand so you're not so, like, anxiety-stricken, all over, like, thirsty, basically, Drain yourself first so you're not so thirsty. Drain your cup, and so it's half full, right? So you don't overflow. And from, like the first one, so Jim's like, fine. And he gets a porno on, and it looks good, guys. I think it's, like, squiggly lines or something. I know he's trying to watch squigglies? Guys, is Jim watching, is Mr. Biggs watching squigglies? Or he's a porn. I'm thinking 40-year-old virgin. Anyways, he's trying to watch squigglies or something like we all tried to do back then. And he's trying to get it on. And, guys, he ends up, like, gluing himself to himself. And that's exactly what he calls his dad to tell him, right? I think I glued myself to myself, right? So, wow, that came out pretty fucking perfect. And, yeah. And that's a good part. And there's some other good parts, too. But American Pie 2, guys, that's going to be the sequel for me over the original. Like, the original is the original. The original is so good, though. Yeah, the original's so good, Tony. Hold on, the original's the best. Let's take that off the list, Tony. Hold on, Tony. We're scratching American Pie 2, okay? I shouldn't even covered that. You know what I want to do? A whole video on American Pie. I was dying to do a video on American Pie and how it's underrated, but we're scratching American Pie 2, Tony. Move on. Kill Bill Volume 2. Excuse me on that one. That was ridiculous. American Pie is my favorite. Not 2. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Ranting this out, yes? American Pie, guys, number 1 is number 1, the first one. Kill Bill 2, that's going to be over Volume 1 for me. Because Kill Bill 2, you could really just watch it like Kill Bill 1. She's going to go get revenge on the rest of the people that killed her or thought they killed her. And that's how it plays out. The music is better. There's a jam in this shit. I don't know, there's some jams in this Volume 2. Very good music. Quentin's bringing it. And it wraps up the story of Uma. You know what I mean? Of the Black Mamba. So, yeah, I like Kill Bill 2 over the original. What do you think, Tony? Kill Bill 2 or Kill Bill Volume 1? We're not gonna put in the whole masterpiece, right? Did that just come out recently? What is that? A whole remastered all-in-one, dude? Thanks for the likes and thanks for voting, guys. 86% of the real wavers says, can sequels surpass the original? Yes, they can. 14% says no. Yes, please donate to the Cash App demonetized for 4 years. 100,000 views, over 100,000 views in 4 years, not a dime to the real viewer, been demonetized. All right, so Volume 2, yes. Oh, great. Okay, Tony. Thank you, Ronnie. I love you, son. Yes, right, Tony? Volume 2. Thanks, Tony. Wow, Tony goes with the Volume 2, too. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, for me, I had a greater time watching Volume 2. I really did, man. I would watch it over the original, you know? I really would if I had a choice. Gone. So, Tony, we're going Freddy Krueger franchise, you know, Elm Street. And mine's going to be Wes Craven's New Nightmare, 1994. Watched it on VHS, it was rented back then. Yeah, loved it and scared of it. And I love the makeup. Love the makeup. One of the scariest Freddys, and Skin the Cat. Skin the Cat was pretty devastating and freaky and spooky, more so than the Tina Kill. The Tina Kill is good, but I think Skin the Cat is right up there. With Nico in the room looking up and the dragging around the wall, and the makeup of Freddy is scary. Yeah, it falls apart at the end and all that, but and the meta, like they say meta, but I like seeing Wes in England. I like when England's painting himself as Freddy. It's very cool. It's very Wes Craven, dude. New Nightmare for me. That is the Freddy Krueger I'd show my kids to scare them. Yes, there's no other Freddy Krueger I would show them. You know? I got kids, I'd show them that. If they would say, listen, Dad, what is this Freddy Krueger? I'd say, well, let's put on this movie, and you would exactly find out who it was, you know? And they could start out just by watching it and get the whole gist of it, right? Because then they'd be like, oh, I want to watch the first one. There's a first one? I'm like, yeah, there's a first one. You want to watch that after this? And they say, yeah. But they can watch this first. Get scared. So that's my New Nightmare. What do you think? What's yours, Tony? What is yours, Tony? But for me, then, this sequel here surpasses the original. It's like, for me, it's like Wes Craven's original view, you know? Like his original, it's very good. I don't know, his original Freddy. Let's put it that way. His original view for Freddy. Never seen nothing like that. Nice! Yay! Wow, man. You keep, oh yeah, he keeps winning.
I died, but I still won.
Wow. Still got it. Still counts. I do it a little bit. So yes, that's gonna be the one there. You know what I mean? New Nightmare for me, because like number 2. No, you know, Wes Craven is a genius, but yeah, he's a genius, man. Rip to him, right? We miss him. Miss him. So. For me, it's New Nightmare and Die Hard. So we're going to go Die Hard. We're at the end here, Tony. We're getting done, man. I'm going to come back with another stream later. It's going to be, honestly, a Resident Evil, the last stream on Resident Evil 2026. I know there's not a new trailer or anything, but they released a new time. It's going to be like an hour and 35-minute movie. But I want to just get one more stream on it, my thoughts on it, you know, before anything else comes out. And then just sit, bury it. And then whatever else after that. Die Hard 3 with a vengeance, Tony, with Samuel L. Jackson, man. You know, Die Hard 2 is good. It's underrated good. Doesn't get enough love. The first one is great. There's no doubt about that. But Die Hard 3, and I love For Your Die Hard with Justin Long. That shit is good. But for me, it's the McClane is gonna be Die Hard 3, dude. This feels like a huge budget movie. It feels so huge the way it's shot. Is that John McTiernan? I think it was John McTiernan or whatever that shot this shit, guys. Right? Predator. He's really good. He's good. Yeah, with Samuel. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, there's a beginning scene, right, Tony, back in the 90s, where you couldn't do this scene today. Okay? You couldn't do the scene today because people would be very hurt and upset by it, and there would be a lot of uproar on the street, literally, about this. And people would boycott it, the movie. So they did this, though, back in the day, and it was okay because everything was okay then, right? Everything was a problem. Now it's a problem. So what he did back in the day on Die Hard with a Vengeance would have been a problem. You know, I knew then it was a problem for John McClane to do that, and so did they, and so did John, and so did Samuel L. Jackson, as Tony's saying. Well, Tony's saying the taxi part, where fucking McClane's driving the taxi through Central Park. I didn't say through the whatever Edge Street. I said through the park, right? And he said, whoa, 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 whoa. Boo. Yep, perfect. Perfect, cool scene. Great quote, Tony. Love it. Yeah, Samuel L. was great. Opposite John McClane, I said Bruce Willis. It's just wonderful. It's a wonderful Die Hard, guys. It had me hooked. Jeremy Irons is really good. He's right up there with Snake over here, Mr. It'll come to my rip to him. It'll come to me. He is well, Alan Rickman. So Mr. Rickman here, rip to him. Hans is, he's great, but damn, Jeremy Irons is right there. He's right fucking there. So cool. Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance. That's what I'm going with when it comes to Die Hard, man. Show me Die Hard. Show me Vengeance. That shit was crazy. You had to solve puzzles. It's just fucking insane. When I was watching, I was so entertained, everyone. I was so entertained with Die Hard with a Vengeance. Got it rented for me with my dad every weekend, you know. Rent those damn movies, right? Rent the movies and put them on. Next one. When it comes to the X-Men series, I believe the Bryan Singer series, we're talking the trilogy, the original trilogy X-Men. You know what? Fucked it. Everything X-Men, I guess. Man, I don't know. It's for me. It's gonna be X-Men: The Last Stand. Okay. Anything Wolverine or X-Men. I'm gonna explain my reason. My reason is for the end of the movie. In The Last Stand, it's the end of a trilogy. It wraps it up very well. But at the end, you have Wolverine. Everything is being disintegrated as he's around him by Jean Grey, the Phoenix. Nothing can withstand her power and destructive evil force, or whatever you're saying, right? Nothing can withstand. It's all being disintegrated, guys. Not demolished or destroyed, but basically disintegrated before our very eyes and before the eyes of Wolverine. And humans are being disintegrated. And Wolverine has the healing power, so he's not disintegrated. But that's not what it is. It's love. The power of love does not disintegrate Mr. Wolverine, because it keeps moving him forward, even through the disintegration, because he loves Jean Grey. So the power of love overcomes all, and he's able to end her suffering and end this whole fucking thing. But guys, there's a music that ramps up, and this was rented for me, and I borrowed it and watched it to seal the deal, and I just could not believe what I was watching. You know, because I mean, the critics out there were very harsh a lot of the times on these fucking X-Men movies, guys, on a lot of these movies. So all you had was the internet with articles. And some of these people aren't even qualified to talk about movies. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. So that's why I'm here. But yeah, that's why Tony's here. Tell the damn truth, right, Tony? We tell the truth. No matter how much it hurts. But X-Men Last Stand, it was incredible. It was incredible. I've never seen Wolverine use his power the way it should have been used. That was the one time that I've ever seen Wolverine use the healing power for something. His healing power was brought to the max. You know, it was tested beyond anything I've ever seen. Beyond Magneto breaking his back, or I'm not breaking his back, it was Batman, ripping out. I had that comic book so bad I wanted it, where he takes out the antimanium. Call it like we see it. That's right, Tony? You know, Tony calls it how we see it. I might not agree with Tony, and then Tony might not agree with me. But that's the beauty here. We agree with disagreeing just fine, you know? And I want to see why I disagree, so I can maybe agree with Tony. So I'm looking to agree with Tony in some form or fashion in realism, not just to appease him. you know. So and same with Tony. So that's what we do here. We're consumers too, right? We buy, we sell, shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, The Last Stand, Tony. Incredible, dude. Never seen Wolverine tested like that. Never seen anything end like that. It's a great culmination to all the films. Number two kind of let me down. So I was like, where the fuck is... All right, guys, next one. Hellboy, Tony. Hellboy. It's going to be Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. I watched The Golden Army over the original. Yeah, I do. Damn right I do. I love The Golden Army. This guy in it, he's in other movies. He plays Nomad. He plays in Blade 2. He plays Novak. He plays the enemy there, that vampire, the bloodsucker against Blade in Blade 2. He plays that as well, guys. He's a very good martial artist, a very athletic individual, a dancer or something, right? He's very light on his feet. He's incredible. And he plays a very good villain. Hellboy, The Golden Army. I love how it starts, Tony. You know, how he tells the story in the barracks of the war. I love the feel of the movie. It feels very Christmassy, very holiday. Was this released during the holidays? It might as well be have been. It should have been, because it has a holiday feel. I was there when this was released. I streamed it on the internet, but I think it was holiday, like October, November, December, you know? I don't know, hold me to that, but I could have streamed it around then. But Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, the way they're telling this story about the Golden Army, it's very interesting. And it really brings us into Hellboy. I think a lot more than the first. So yeah, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. For sequel, surpassing the original. We're going to Lethal Weapon real quick. I did want to cover Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3, 4. The best Lethal Weapon to me to watch, if I'm going to put one on. You really don't have to watch the first, second, or third to jump into a fourth, do you? It is, you know, you see partner cops. They've been cops for a long time, and you just jump right in and see how they live. And just get them right to one of their episodes, basically. But, yeah, man, Lethal Weapon. You know what about Lethal Weapon for some reason for me? It's so old, it's boring. I don't know what it is, but a lot of it doesn't really interest me. Riggs does, you know, Riggs does, right? You know, Riggs, you know, fucking Gibson does, but... Nah, man, it's too old. Like, even 3 with the... Is that with the South Africans, or is that 2? Either way, it's one of these... They're just very past... Like, outdated even for then. It was just like... The stories of the crimes and stuff, it just wasn't interesting enough. Because you're there for Gibson and Glover. Like 48 with Eddie Murphy and Nolte, you know? But they're way better, is Gibson and Glover. But 4... I'd have to go with 4. I have to go 4. Lethal Weapon 4, Tony. It has Jet Li in it. There's an awesome action scene at the end. That's why I'm doing it. Because this end scene, I saw it on TV back in the day. They were playing behind the scenes. I think it was like E! Entertainment or E! Television had like a behind the scenes or something, or MTV even might have had it. And they were following Jet Li guys doing this, the martial arts against Mel Gibson and Glover underneath that dock. And it was raining. I thought it was very, very unique. A head-up fade between 2-on-1. I loved it. I thought it was... They gave us what we wanted to end something, a Lethal Weapon. Like, they really gave us what we wanted. You know? I felt like I had what I wanted. That I had Glover and Gibson 1-on-1 with Jet Li. You know? It was perfect. No guns or nothing. Cool shit. And a very cool environment, too. With under that dock with the rain. Next one's going to be Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I did a couple streams on this. That is the best sequel. Better than the original. Better than The Fellowship. The Journey of the Fellowship is nowhere near as interesting as The Two Towers, Return of the King. Too much CGI, too much going on. The Two Towers, a real, grounded, practical movie. There is CGI, but it is fucking... They stay practical. It's scary. It's dark. It's Helm's Deep. You're locked in behind walls with 10,000 orcs versus 300 men. It's unbelievable. The lead up is great to get there. The music is great. There's a scene with Aragorn and Erwin, and it's beautiful. The music there you'll recognize, you'll know. It's not played enough, not talked about enough. This music, this scene, he thought he was in a dream. He wishes. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And he's about to die, you know, more than likely. You think, you feel it. The first time Aragorn is actually in danger, that these people are in dangers. Two Towers has more to give. Yes, yes, Tony, agreed, man. I mean, it feels like this is the only time that Aragorn was ever in true danger, you know, of dying or getting hurt. And even though he's immortal and you know he's a one-man army, I felt like this is the one time. that, man, we might be in trouble here. Out of all the movies or times or places, it's going to be Helm's Deep, Two Towers. Sick. They made maps and video games off Helm's Deep, everyone. This is an underrated Two Towers. This is so... I watched it so many fucking times. Extended version too as well for edit scenes. And that would be that. That is the end of the list. Tony Sanchez, we got to the end of the sequels being super surpass the originals. And that is the whole list I came up with randomly before I jumped onto the stream. So can sequels surpass the original? I'll answer the vote as I do at the end of every stream. What is it going to be, rare reviewer? Yes or no? And I say yes. You could tell, right? Just by how I'm talking. We're talking so excitedly, right, Tony? About all these awesome sequels. Yeah, can sequels especially? Sure can. Yes, they can. They can be watched on their own if done right, right? Explained right before watching. Sure. Presented right. So, Tony, man, really appreciate you joining me for the stream, dude. I really thought, I didn't know if you're going to pop in or not. I know I've been streaming too much today, but I want to jump on more often if I can. Until the end of the month, dude, and hopefully I can just continue. If not, we're just going to keep it on the fly, dude. Just fly this, I appreciate you, Tony. Tony Sanchez, everybody, 230. Wow. He has got some input, dude. We had a great conversation. He added a lot to these sequels. He changed my mind on a few sequels, I think. And it's my bet about bringing up American Pie, Tony, as well. That was horrible. I love the original American Pie. That's going to be #1, guys. I didn't mean to say 2. I don't know where my mind was with that. I just wanted to say American Pie, I think. I really haven't heard a lot about it recently. This is my comedy. This is where I come from. I love American Reunion, American Wedding. I love all that shit. I really love American Reunion over Wedding. But, yep. My pleasure, Tony. Yes, sir. I'm bowing to you, sir. My pleasure, sir. Let me tip my hat to you, sir. My bucket hat to you, sir. Thank you, sir. My bald head over here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Tony Sanchez, 230. As always, so great, so wonderful. Thank you to everyone else that came in and out and voted as well. And I hope to see you in the next stream. That's what we do here. Don't talk about real movies.